In California Congressman Darrell Issa right now. Congressman, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me on, and thanks for noting that Donald Trump is keeping one of his campaign pledges, which is in order to drain the swamp, you have to have reformers.
Yeah, that's true. And so what are your thoughts on Trump's potential cabinet picks? Tell us how you see the cabinet coming together.
Well, I think when you look at Donald Trump, you have two things, which was he made it very clear the type of person that he would put in his cabinet. And secondly, this is a man who had many seasons of The Apprentice. He's good at looking at people, evaluating them, making them tell him what they're going to do, and then making decisions about who should be hired. And I think you're seeing that at work at the top level. And then obviously with 4,000 plus appointments, you're going to see it trickle down to reformers rather than the same old crowd going through revolving doors.
Yeah, so I want to ask you about getting things done, because obviously he's got lots of plans, from tax reform to national security to tapping into energy. What do you think should be the priority in 17 in terms of passing legislation?
Well, I think any president coming in has to mix the aspirational big projects that may take more than 100 days with some early wins, and I think that's exactly what the team is preparing to do. Some of it is as simple as appointing a Secretary of State who can go and visit our allies and remind them that we have a long and effective relationship on both sides of many issues. But we have lost that. We have lost the Arabs, we've lost our friends in Israel, and those are going to have to be regained along with our allies in Europe and the like. And I think that's one of the things you're going to see that isn't legislation, but will take some time. And that's why that's one of the most important picks that President-elect Trump is working on.
Should Rudy Giuliani get that role?
Rudy Giuliani is an amazing individual. He has the confidence of President-elect Trump. And I think that's one of the positions he's being considered for. But as you know, there are a number of things that Rudy Giuliani could do and do well. As mayor, he changed the face of New York in a way that no one in a century had done.
Congressman, I think Leah Gabriel, I used to be a reporter in San Diego, and I covered Camp Pendleton, which is a huge, huge part of the map when you look at your district. The military is saying, many people in the military are saying that the biggest threat to our national security is actually sequestration. That's a problem in Congress. What do you see in the coming days and the coming years as how Congress is going to fix the problems with sequestration and restore our military?
President-elect Trump made it clear that he both wanted to take care of our veterans, something else that's been adversely affected by sequestration, and revitalize our military. It's not just money, though. It's about changing how you do business. It's about going back to a plan where every year, early on, those programs are funded properly. You actually save money by making appropriation decisions sooner rather than these continuous CRs, as they're called. As you know, President Obama has never, either under Republican or Democratic leadership in the House and the Senate, done a regular order funding of our troops.
Well,
and that's something that has to change.
On this